Scanning. Subject identified.
Have here? Isn't even worth our time. Nice.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
So why come out here?
To put things in perspective, I suppose. Standing here, I know that to you I was kidnapped from that vault. Both of us, really.
But why refreeze me?
As a failsafe, of course. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, to not only do so, but extraordinary.
So it was you.
Yes. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. An experiment. I had no idea. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? Perhaps most curious to me, would you?
Sean, you need to know. I still love you.
I can see that you do. The synths have been safely returned and will be repurposed. I hope you weren't at too much risk.
There's always a risk.
I'm glad you see it. The railroad remains an annoyance, of course. And you, well, you've passed the test, as they say. Please, take this. It's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
I'm feeling eyes on my back. Safety off. I think we have company. I swear I heard something. Pretty sure we're not alone. Could have sworn. You hear that? Enforcers give me the creeps, you know? They seem, I don't know, cold. I'm trying to learn chess. The computer always beats me.
From what I hear, that rogue scent at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad
Son,
it's back where it
Let's
belongs.
get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's... well, it's important. Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address the issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
I have no idea what that is.
I'll admit I'm relieved. It's intended to be something of a classified project, which I'm sure means everyone already knows about it. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
What kind of compromise?
We have at times had to rely on drawing power from above-ground installations, but no longer. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute. It will ensure not just our survival.
Uh-huh. Nuclear power? That's a disaster waiting to happen.
Not in our hands. I assure you, the reactor is close to ready. But recent tests have determined
What?
and to how you will help.
Sir,
Yes, Dr. Ao. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling himself.
yes, but
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please. As I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm...
can't be serious.
Everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I...
You're dying?
I'm afraid so. We can talk more later. The Institute cannot... To that end,
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really?
Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, the Institute has enough. I believe my father has already proven himself. This will conclude this meeting.
Dr. Carlin's doing some amazing things with our genetically engineered crops.
The Institute is my life. I hope it'll be yours too.
Hello, Father. I hope your time in the Institute has been enjoyable.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in. I'm sorry, Father. I hope...
I don't know if I'm right for this.
Well, there's no question. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. There are hard decisions.
I know you'll achieve great things here. We all do.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go over the details. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
That sounds dangerous.
Any place above ground has its risks, but that's why you're in charge. You're there to protect me.
Sounds good. I'd appreciate.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like... But here we are, with our... Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. We don't want them getting the agitator. Head on up to the relay, and I'll...
Those scientists talk you into doing something stupid. The Institute is a fool's paradise.
I'm proud to be serving under Alvin Markson.
Proctor Ingram, the Institute wants me to get something called a beryllium agitator from the ruins of mass fusion.
A beryllium agitator? I seem to remember reading an old technical document on those once, but I only thought they were theoretical. It must be pretty darn important if they're sending you to find one. You know, if we head over to mass fusion right now, we may be able to get the device before the Institute does. That's if you don't mind the company, of course.
We don't need her. She'll just get in the way.
No way. You're staying here.
Hey, I might be walking around with metal rods shoved into my spine, but I can still take care of myself.
Forget it, Ingram. It's too dangerous.
Fine. Have it your way. I just hope you don't bring back a paperweight by mistake. Grab whatever gear you need and head up to the flight deck. But don't take too long. This could be your best chance at beating the Institute to the punch.
Proctor Ingram.
Hope you're geared up. Otherwise, this is gonna be a short trip.
Liberating the Commonwealth is a huge responsibility. We'll get the job.
Proctor.
You need to get over to mass fusion as soon as you can.
Our vertebrates should give us the air superiority we need.
Proctor Ingram?
You need to get over to mass fusion as soon as you can.
Hull plating integrity looks good. No need for adjustments.
Attention! This is a reminder. All recovered technology must be presented immediately to Proctor Quinlan for evaluation.
Stay alert for the scribe's sake. Remember
Anyone found in possession of undocumented technologies will be subject to inquiry and punishment.
These look rather Here are the caps that I... Remember, the common. Check every building you...
With the Fred one in town, the Institute doesn't have a chance.
Oh man, if I'm late for muster one more time, that big Kels is gonna have me doing 100 push-ups.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
Hope you're geared up. Otherwise, this is gonna be a short trip.
If you find any technical documents, you should bring them to Proctor Quinlan for analysis. Synths, FEV. Who knows what other sick project?
Guns blazing is a good way to get yourself killed.
Ah, you're back. Good news. I figured out how to access the artifact's telekinesis effect. I've hooked it up to this old laser rifle. There's no way to control it without direct neural input. For better or worse, all of that was destroyed when my father died. But you still have a rather powerful directed force. Here, see what you think.
How does does it work?
It uses standard energy cells for power. The artifact's internal power supply was destroyed. Otherwise, point and shoot. It doesn't kill people, but you may still be able to find some use for it. As for myself, I don't know. Maybe I'll finally travel to the southwest. My father was always convinced that there was another alien city buried somewhere in the Mojave Desert. Good to see you again. Ah, hello.
Whoever
I
lives here
always
must have
knew
made
we
a deal
shouldn't be
with the
using
devil.
Sid. But who could
Feeling eyes on my back. What a letdown. Safety off. We have company. Starting to have fun. I swear. This shouldn't take long. Great, now I'm imagining things. Can't take that forward.
believe you and Preston let Mama Murphy die like that. You should have stopped her.
Got a dangerous look about you. Hope you ain't here for me.
What are you gonna do with that hammer and nails sort of guy?
Easy living, this ain't.
Hey.
Lost track of how many blisters I got.
Hey.
Looking for a weapon?
I'll take a look, sure.
Let me know what you'd like.
lot of us will have a hard time accepting an outsider as our next director. It won't be easy.
You must be pretty excited being named the next director.
Busted.
Emergency relay activated. Relay powering up. Ready in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1. Relay online and engaging.
Sake, be reasonable. I know you can hear me. Now open this door. What's the use?
Dr. Higgs has always been one to complain. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised by this.
What's going on?
Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loken have decided to protest your appointment as Father's successor. They've taken control of the bioscience security systems and cut off our food supply.
Have they made any demands?
Not yet, but I expect they'll demand that you renounce all ties to the Institute.
Is there a way I can communicate
As a matter of fact, there is. I can unlock the maintenance tunnel that leads to the bioscience observation room. From there, you should be able to communicate with Higgs and Logan. If you can't reason with them, you can use this holotape to access the command functions on the observation room terminal. That should give you some options. Just please, try to talk to them first. Use violence only as a last resort. Here we are. Just give me a moment. There, it's unlocked.
By order of the Institute, you must be destroyed. Sustaining damage.
Actuator down.
Systems offline.
Aha! I thought I heard something. Made it past the guards. Impressive. If you've come to change our minds, then you're wasting your time.
Can we talk about this?
Father chose not to talk to the Directorate before anointing you his successor. So how about I follow his fine example?
Father believes in me. The least you can do is give me a chance.
No. The risk is too great. Without experienced and competent leadership, the Institute could be thrown into chaos. Decades of research could be jeopardized.
We seem to be at an impasse.
Then there's nothing more to talk about, is there? Father's heir apparent. He made it past your impenetrable defenses. Compose yourself, man. We've always known the risks. We are still in control.
You must be terminated. Calculating most efficient attack. Engaging.
That was unfortunate. We don't like violence here, and I fear your actions will have consequences.
Stop whining, and be grateful that I got your food supply back.
Yes, of course. Sorry if I seemed ungrateful. I'll see that the mess in hydroponics is cleaned up. I suppose I should also make the funeral arrangements. Well, there's much to do, so I'll get about it. In the meantime, I'm sure everyone will be relieved that this is over.
Dr. Oberly.
I'm sure some of the others will question your appointment as our next director. Don't let it bother you.
From what I hear, that rogue scent at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it
Well,
belongs.
hello.
My daddy says you're father's daddy, but
Hi.
he looks so much older than you.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
All this advanced technology, and we still can't cure the common cold.
I need medical attention.
Let's have a look. This isn't too bad. I got just the thing. There. Good thing you didn't turn to one of those Commonwealth butchers for medical care. Head to requisitions if you need medical supplies.
For what it's worth, I think you're a fine choice.
Welcome. Do you require additional supplies?
I'll take a look, sure.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Father has always been a little unpredictable. I suppose his choice of a successor shouldn't surprise me.
Huh?
Yes?
Hi.
Yeah?
Child synth prototype may truly be the key to our future.
Father says I'm fascinating. That's a good thing, right?
Hi, Sean.
I heard you're gonna be in charge of the Institute someday. That sounds like a lot of work. Are you excited or scared?
You heard that, did you? From who?
Oh, I heard Dr. Higgs saying that you weren't qualified, and we'd all be lucky if we lived another 2 years. He's so funny sometimes.
I'm just wondering if your nose grows every time you tell a lie.
Huh?
Hi, Sean.
I heard you're gonna be in charge of the Institute someday. That sounds like a lot of work. Are you excited or scared?
Right now, kid, I'm bored with this conversation. Come on.
Okay, maybe we could talk more later.
Hi, Sean.
I heard you're gonna be in charge of the Institute someday. That sounds like a lot.
Ugh. Maybe a little scared.
Yeah. Father says the Institute, and if you're in charge, that means that it's all your fault.
Tell me some more about Father.
Father? He doesn't come to visit very much these days. And even when he does, he usually just talks to the other.
Hi, Sean.
I heard you're gonna be in charge of the Institute someday. That sounds...
Maybe a little scared. It's a very big...
Yeah. And if you're in...
You seem like you're always in a...
Well, sure. Why wouldn't I be?
Dr. Lee. I'm good for now, thanks.
All right.
Dr. Lee, I'd like a progress report on your division. Dr. Lee, is everything okay, Dr. Lee? You seem pretty tense.
Yes, things are... It's fine. I'm sorry, I don't socialize much. I prefer to focus on my work.
Sometimes I feel like people look at me
Dr.
for way
Lee,
too long.
tell me about the people in your division.
I'm not sure what there is to say. Dr. Watson is the specialist...
Hey, you.
Desdemona.
Please, work with us instead of the Minutemen. The lives of many synths are at stake.
I'll stick with my people.
Of course I'm disappointed. But hopefully...
Hey, you. Randolph Safe House.
Work
It's
with
been
us
MIA
instead of the
since
Minutemen. The lives of many synths are at stake.
Plenty of folks want to make life hard for people just trying to survive.
Maybe constantly trying to kill us, but
That kind of shit.
Farming's as honest work gets.
what's the angle here?
Out here, you got to take things one day at a time. So, you ready to get this show on the road?
Hi. Is there something you need? How are you feeling? I'm glad to have the chance to return the favor. Just let me know if there's...
No, nothing.
All right.
Hey, John.
Hey, quit firing before you shoot something you'll regret.
Crop's been growing pretty good lately.
I'll get these kids whipped into shape. Don't worry.
Hey there.
Looking to resupply?
Anything to report?
Nothing you need to worry about. Now.
Let me see what you've got.
Sure thing, General.
11 a.m. here at Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
Ain't looking for trouble, I hope.
Hey.
I'm sure I've got something you need.
This is Radio Freedom.
I've got a few minutes.
Here's what I've got.
Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
Hope you ain't one of them synths here to spy on me.
Hey.
Step right up. All the clothing fit to wear.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Here's what I've got.
Howdy, General.
I just want to trade a few things.
Okay.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
You know what I call a good day? One that ends without an empty stomach.